So they make up their own ideas about creation so they wouldn't be accountable to God. But how much better is creation to see through the lens of the gospel? That a loving God made it out of his good pleasure and for our good pleasure. And that we may know him, that we would see his attributes there. There's something spiritual about creation. Yes, I'm going to say that. There is something spiritual about creation. And that is we can see the tender hand and glorious, loving, caring hand of God there. John Eldredge says we're created with certain desires in us, and some of those desires are for beauty, Eden, and relationship with God. And he says if properly pursued, those will draw us to God, will build us in our relationship with God. He writes in The Journey of Desire, we were made to live in a world of beauty, wonder, intimacy, and adventure all of our days. In The Sacred Romance, he quotes C.S. Lewis as saying this, the beauty that so captures our hearts and is so fleeting draws us towards an eternal reality. So we long, I love that quote, and we long for the beauty because we were meant to be with God. Lewis also wrote, if we find ourselves with a desire that nothing in this world can satisfy, the most probable explanation is that we were made for another world. Alistair McGrath has similar thoughts when he says this. And I love this quote too. The beauty of the night sky or glorious sunset are important pointers to the origins and the ultimate fulfillments of our heart's deepest desire. So the fulfillments of our heart's deepest desire. So we are drawn towards that eternal reality and that heart's deepest desire by this beauty that captures us. Well, what does that look like? How does that work in us? And I would, last fall, I was preparing to do a conference down in Texas. So I had a busy week, and I was working really hard, getting stuff ready, and then the weekend came, and this was Sunday, and I was relaxing, and I wanted to take my dog for a walk. So we went to a park near my house. We went for a walk. And the cottonwood trees on that Sunday were just gorgeous, just at their peak color. And it was about 5:30 in the evening, so the sun, in October, the sun's kind of low in the sky, and it was just hitting it so beautiful. It actually reminded me of The Lord of the Rings. You've seen that movie when they go to where the elves live? And it's all golden color and golden vegetation. It reminded me just like that. It's just like, wow. And I wanted to go back. But I knew I had this conference, and if I waited till after that conference, the leaves would be gone. So I went back the very next day and took the dog in, and that's when I took this picture. Again, it's just a little green on the screen. It's more yellow and more brilliant than that. But I just wanted to have a memory of it. And when I was there, I began to ask God 3 questions. The first question was, God, why did you make it so beautiful? Why is it so beautiful? And the second question was, why is it so fleeting, as C.S. Lewis writes? Why is it so fleeting? And my third question came to me when I was leaving. I was leaving, when Dog and I were leaving, and I looked back and I thought, I don't want to go. So I went back. I spent another 5 minutes in this beauty and this peace that was created there. And finally I had to leave. And when I look back again, when I'm leaving, I'm like, I want to take it with me. I wanted to take it with me. So I asked God, why do I want to take it with me? And the answers God gave to me to my 3 questions of, why is it so beautiful? Why is it so fleeting? And why did I want to take it with me? And one was, it was so beautiful because God's put little pieces of his own beauty in it. He puts reflections and windows into his own beauty that call us to him. That call us to him. And secondly, why is it so fleeting? Because everything on this earth passes away. And most of it passes away quickly. Right? Including our own lives. Right? They pass away. And nothing, the pinnacle of that is leaves on a tree, right? They're there for a week and they're gone, that color. They pass away, right? And the third question, finally, when I was leaving, was why did I want to take it with me? Why? Because I and we all long for that eternal beauty and that eternal peace of God and that eternal peace we will get in heaven. That's the only way it will be satisfied. But again, these are reminders of it to call us to God. Although people choose to recognize it, some don't, but that's why it's there. That's why so many people long for it. That's why non-believers go to the places like that, as I said earlier, because they really desire to find the beauty of God, although they choose not to recognize it. So if there is this desire for Eden, this place of